Hello, YouTube fam. What's good? How are you? For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Keisha Delva. I'm a licensed mental health therapist who has turned into a coach. I work with entrepreneurs who have service-based online businesses, mostly working with women, but I am open to working with men. And I basically help you to tap into your potential and your soul purpose so you generate abundance in all areas of your life, not just with business, but with everything else in your life as well. Because I personally believe that if success is not holistic and it doesn't feel good, then it kind of defeats the purpose, right? So I'm here to help women recognize who they are, get paid, and live abundant and radiant lives. So that's that intro. So I want to check in with you all to see how you've been doing since the pandemic began. How are your businesses going? And if you don't have a business yet, but you've aspired to have a business, have you started that business since the pandemic has happened? Why or why not? I'm curious. Go ahead and leave me some comments and let me know how you're doing with your business, and what challenges you continue to have during this time, or anything that's been amplified since coronavirus. And I'll read your comments and get back to you. But I wanted to share with you an amazing opportunity that I know is going to help so many people. This opportunity is for women only. If you're a man and you really want to get into this program, send me a message via the link in the description box and I'll get back to you and I'll see what I can work with you on. But in this video, I'm talking about 4 keys to unlocking abundance in life, in business, period. And these 4 keys are the 4 keys that I specifically have deeply dived into myself, and I've learned through embodying these keys personally how much of an impact they can have in increasing abundance in life and increasing happiness, satisfaction, success, amazing relationships, amazing opportunities flowing into your life, and just feeling so damn good about yourself, about the life you're living, about your career, that every day becomes really fresh and exciting and new. And I have to share this with you. And I know it's so magical and I believe in it so much that I personally cannot shut up about it. So I had to come on and share this with my YouTube fam as well. So make sure that you stay all the way to the end, because I have some special offers and promotions and incentives running currently that make the opportunity that I'm discussing with you even more juicy and delicious. So let's get into it. So today's video is about the 4 keys of abundance. And the reason why this is so important, especially in business, is until you get a deep sense of these 4 areas, until you've reached a certain level of embodiment and understanding in these areas, you're going to find that creating income in your online business or creating abundance across the different areas of your life is going to feel a lot harder and a lot more challenging. And now I'll just throw out a random example. How many people do you know, and maybe you can identify as being this person yourself, but how many people do you know who have a business, who've done some things to kind of lay the groundwork for a business, or haven't started a business but have lots of ideas about it, and have a really hard time actually getting it off the ground? Have a really hard time being consistent with doing the things that they or you know you need to do to create income and success in your business? Tons of people, right? So the reason that I believe that happens is because we have this barrier between us and manifesting the things that we desire. Many people have a really hard time with implementing. We can generate ideas all day long. We're really good at having ideas, but it's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing to actually implement it and execute it and receive results, right? So with these 4 keys of abundance, I have found it kind of eliminates that barrier. It dissolves the barrier so that you can go from idea to implementation to execution without wasting a lot of time, and without getting caught up in unnecessary drama. So here's the first key to unlocking abundance in business and across all areas of your life. 1 is worthiness. Worthiness. If you do not have a deep and inherent and unwavering sense of feeling worthy and deserving of whatever it is you desire to create in your life or call into your life, it's going to be very hard for you to manifest it. Notice that I said it's going to be hard for you to manifest it. I don't think that it's going to be impossible. I think it's just going to make it a lot harder. It's the equivalent of trying to run Wow, alliteration. Trying to run a race having like a 50-pound weight strapped to your ankle. Like, you probably can do it, but it's going to be harder. It's going to be more painful. It's going to take you longer than if you didn't have that 50-pound weight attached to you, right? So that's the thing with worthiness. Knowing that you're deeply deserving and worthy of everything that you desire tends to put you on the fast track, because now you're embodying this vibration and sending this vibration out into the universe of, yeah, I know I deserve that. Yeah, I know that's coming to me. And when you have that kind of confidence and energy about yourself, not only do other people notice, you magnetize certain things to you, because who isn't drawn to a woman or a person who knows that she's deeply worthy, right? And having that inherent sense of worthiness, it creates this kind of force shield around you where you are protected from a lot of drama and BS that other people might try to come your way with, because they know that you're not going to stand for it. They know that you're not available for the drama and the BS, so they're not even going to approach you with it. So worthiness is an important foundation to creating abundance. And along with worthiness is once you realize that you're deeply worthy and that you've always been worthy, that worthiness is not something that you can lose, it's not something that can be taken from you. Once you really, really get that, all of the things that you deeply desire, they stop being on a pedestal. This is really important. When we want something, whatever it is, whether it's money or clients or success or love or a banging fit body, whatever it is, when we want something, we automatically put it on a pedestal because we think that it's something that's going to make us happier, right? So if we didn't think it was going to make us happier, we wouldn't desire it. Now, if it's something that you believe is going to make you happier, but you don't have it yet, you're going to think of it highly. If we think of the thing that we want really highly, we're almost saying that it's somehow better than us, which makes it really hard for us to attract something that we think is out of our league. So when we develop this sense of worthiness, we start taking things off of these pedestals. We start seeing ourselves as equals to some of the other people that we respect and admire. We develop a sense of confidence that allows us to be able to hold our own in certain situations and in certain environments. So worthiness is deeply, deeply important and necessary to getting to that place. And it's just like, once you recognize that you are a divine being, a spiritual being in a human body, and you truly, truly live your life that way, the game changes. So this is the first key to unlocking abundance. How I recommend getting in touch with your sense of worthiness is connecting with the things that remind you of who you are. So for me, I connect with my sense of worthiness in a couple of ways. I meditate daily. I journal daily. I do breath work. I hire mentors to work with who hold me to a higher standard, who call me out on my own BS, who can shine a light for me on my blind spots, who can reflect back to me the amazing attributes that I have that maybe I don't see and that I don't always give myself credit for. So these are just a couple of things that I like to do. Also, spending time in nature is an amazing way to connect with your sense of worthiness, because when you do that, and you do that often enough, you really start to remember that you are connected to everything. You're connected to the stars, the ocean, the trees, like everything. And you see yourself as this beautiful being who is worthy and deserving of good things. So that's the first key. The second key to unlocking abundance is authentic soul expression. Allowing your soul to express itself authentically. This is a challenge for a lot of people because we're all conditioned from the time we're born to fit in, to not make waves, to not offend anyone. So most of us spend our entire lives kind of living these bland, vanilla lives where we stay in our comfort zone and we don't do anything that would really allow us to stretch ourselves. We don't use our voice. We don't do the things that we deeply desire to do because we're terrified of being judged. So once you connect with your sense of worthiness and you realize that you are a soul in a human body and you have a right to express yourself truthfully and authentically, life is going to change. Because once you start putting out into the world who you are, you're naturally going to attract things that match the frequency that you're putting out into the world, right? So let's say you secretly really want to be a musician, but you're afraid that you're going to be judged because maybe your parents or your family members have told you your entire life that artists don't make money and it's not a serious profession and it's a waste of time. So you repress this deep desire that you have to be a musician and to express yourself authentically in the world. If you're repressing that, then of course you're not going to attract other musicians into your life. You're not going to attract opportunities to perform. You're not going to attract all the things that would naturally come to you if you were just expressing your love of being a musician out into the world, right? So authentic soul expression is huge, and it's something that I really pride myself on in my business. If you follow me across different platforms, the way that I show up online is the way that I am in real life. I talk online the way I talk in real life. I create content based on what's going on in my life. So who I am is who I am. And when people sign on to work with me as their coach, they know exactly what they're getting because I show up consistently as the same person all the time. And I do that because I understand that the only way that I'm going to attract things in my life that I want is by being who I really am. And being who you are takes a lot of courage. So that's the second key to unlocking abundance. Look at your life right now and see where you're not being authentic. Are you in a job that you hate? Are you in a relationship where you feel like you're settling? Do you have friends that don't really inspire you or motivate you, but you kind of keep them around because you feel guilty about not being friends with them anymore? Like, there are a million ways that we're not authentic to ourselves, to our truth, or to our soul. And all of these little ways add up and they become very draining to our energy. And when our energy is drained, we don't have the energy to call in the things that we really want. We also can't call in the things that we really want if we are kind of clogging our space and our aura with things that we don't want because we're afraid of being alone or because we're afraid of hurting someone's feelings or whatever the case is. So authentic soul expression is allowing your aura, your soul, to shine bright so that you start to attract the things that you desire. So that's the second key to abundance in a nutshell. The third key to abundance in a nutshell that I have found is desire. I am so passionate about helping people to connect with their true desires. The reason for this is, and it goes back to conditioning, when we're conditioned to fit in, we lose touch with what our true desires are. We start going after things that we think we should be going after because people told us these are things we should want. So this is how we end up in jobs that we hate. This is how we end up in relationships that don't fulfill us. This is how we just end up saying yes to things that we don't really want to say yes to, and we deny ourselves the things that we deeply desire because we've been conditioned to feel guilty about it or to feel ashamed of it. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're someone who loves luxury. You love travel, you love the finer things in life, you love nice clothes, it just makes you feel like a queen or a king or whatever it is. That's your deep desire. You desire to have a life of luxury. It makes your soul sparkle and come alive, right? But if you've been taught all your life that people who have money and live luxurious lives are selfish or full of themselves, you're probably not going to go after those things that make you happy, right? You're not going to buy the shoes. You're not going to buy the dress. You're not going to buy the plane ticket because you're not honoring your desire. So I teach my clients to really lock in on what makes them feel good and what brings their desire out, because desire itself is a huge motivating factor. Doing something because someone else thinks you should do it is not very inspiring. It's not very motivating. And even if you do it, it's not going to feel good to you, and you're not going to get the same results because your heart isn't in it. But when your heart is in something and your desire is in something and your spirit is in something, you just create so much momentum. You create this amazing vortex that kind of locks everything in and sends it in your direction. So desire is extremely powerful. And I'm here to help women reclaim their desire, to release judgment, to release shame, to release guilt that doesn't belong to them, so that they can raise their vibration and really start to attract the things that they deeply desire into their lives. So that's the third key in a nutshell. And lastly, you have to have a way of putting all of that together and implementing it and taking action on it, right? It's not enough to know all of these things. It's not even enough to embody all these things if you don't go the last extra mile and put it into action. So the fourth key to abundance is what I call unleashing. So taking everything that you've learned, everything that you've embodied, and then taking inspired action from that place. So I took all of this, and this is my personal formula, if you will. But I took all of this and I packaged it into a 30-day group coaching program called Unfuckwithable. Unfuckwithable is when you're so rooted in who you are, you're so grounded in your sense of worthiness that it doesn't so much matter what's happening outside of you in your external reality, because you understand that you have the ability to alchemize it, as in you can change your external reality based on what's happening within you. Whatever energy is within you is what's dictating what's happening outside of you. And while of course we're human and we don't have control over everything, we don't have control over most things, we do have control over ourselves. So getting to this level of self-mastery in these different areas is going to unlock abundance in your life, in business, in new and exciting ways. So I created this 30-day group coaching program called Unfuckwithable. And for a limited time, you can get into this program, buy one, get one free. So there's a group membership offer that's expiring on June 2nd. So you have the opportunity to purchase access to the group membership, and you can either split the cost with someone. So invite another woman who you know is extremely positive and open-minded and growth-oriented to join you in this 30-day program. And then you two can work out between yourselves, like who's gonna pay who back for what. And one person purchases the group membership, and you can let me know in the comments who your partner is if you're splitting it and what their email address is, so that way I can let them know what the details of the program are by adding them to the email list for the program. Make sense? So you have that opportunity to buy one, get one free until June 2nd, at which point the opportunity will end. So let me tell you what you get in this Unfuckwithable group program. One, you get me leading the program. If you love me and you love my energy, you love the way that I show up, you're gonna wanna be in this environment, because as much as I give on my free platforms, as much as I show up and provide value for you all, because I love teaching and I love helping people improve their lives, I go in when someone invests in themselves. I go in because I love showing up for people who show up for themselves, who have goals, who have dreams, who are passionate about what they're trying to create in their lives. I show all the way up for people like that. So you're gonna get me at a level 10 if you invest in this program by investing in yourself. Another thing you're gonna get is you're gonna get a private Facebook community, which I'm going to be in all the time, and it's gonna be full of other positive women who are excited and who are working on themselves. Now, it's one thing to be part of a free Facebook community, right? When it's free, you're gonna get a lot of people in there who aren't that inspired, who aren't that motivated, who are just really there to kind of consume and take from everyone else without contributing. And I'm not judging that, because we all do that to different degrees for different reasons. But when you're a part of a group where people have paid to be there, it's a different level, right? And if you've ever done anything like that, where you've joined a mastermind or you've hired a coach, you know that once you invest in something, you're committed to it. You're gonna show up differently than if it's something that's free. So you can bet that this is gonna be a really high vibe inspired community. I just announced this offering yesterday and I've already had 3 women sign up. And the 3 women that are part of it are amazing women. So, and we're just getting started. So I know it's gonna be amazing. So there's that. You get the private Facebook community, which is full of like-minded women. You get me doing live trainings, creating content for you, giving you prompts to work on during the week, creating fun challenges for you to work on during the week. You also get you also get weekly group coaching calls. So I will be leading group coaching calls with the entire group where you have the opportunity to ask me direct questions on anything you would like pertaining to business, pertaining to relationships, pertaining to self-love, whatever it is that you deeply desire to work on, you can ask me in these weekly group coaching calls. Not only that, you get to see all the other women in the group ask me their questions. Now, this is where it's invaluable because you get to learn from other people. This is how quantum leaps happen. It's one thing to do one-on-one work with somebody, but to be in a group setting and have the opportunity to learn from someone else's experience, it puts you on the fast track. You don't have to learn the hard way. You can learn from someone else. And you get to see how much energy is created from being in a group of like-minded people. It's phenomenal. So you get that. These weekly group coaching calls are an hour and a half to 2 hours long, depending on how many people have questions and all of that. So that's that. All of the calls are recorded for you to keep forever, so you can go back and watch them. If you can't attend a particular call live for some reason, you still get the recording and you still have me to ask questions to in the group. So there's that. Now, I want to talk about the vibe of this group. I'm very particular about who I work with because, like I said previously, I'm really here to work with women who are passionate about upgrading every area of their lives. So I don't really want people who are wishy-washy, who aren't invested, who aren't motivated in this group. So I'm holding a very strong, energetic container for this group, which means I'm keeping the vibe high, but I'm also going to be holding people accountable. Because if there's something that you could have done on your own, you would have done it already, right? We invest in mentors and in groups and things like that because we know that we're going to be held to a higher standard. We know that we're going to be challenged to grow. So you can expect that from me. And you guys know by now what my personality is like. I'm super kind and loving, but I will give it to you straight and I will always speak the truth to you in love. So, and oh yeah, something that I didn't mention about the vibe is I'm also passionate about helping people to connect with their divinity. It ties into the first key of abundance with worthiness, connecting with your divinity. So we're going to be creating sacred space in this group. We're going to be visualizing our higher self together. We're going to be doing breath work together. We're going to be dancing and doing movement together. Why? Because it's important for you to lock the changes that you're making in your life and the energetic shifts that you're making into your life. It's important to lock this into the body. Most people don't experience sustainable results because it's all mental. It's like someone who decides that they want to start working out because it's a brand new year and that's their New Year's resolution, but they end up falling off the wagon within a few weeks, right? The reason that happens is because they tried to change mentally, and that's all they tried to do. They didn't embody the change physically. They didn't actually become a new person. And that is what is required to create change. You have to embody the energy of the person you wish to become. And you do that through things like connecting with your breath, through meditation, through dance. And these are techniques that I have found in my work with my one-on-one clients, as well as what I've created in my own life to create lasting and impactful results. So with all that being said, Unfuckwithable begins June 8th. So if you're feeling called to join us and maybe you've wanted to work with me one-on-one, but you haven't been able to meet my one-on-one price point, I have made this group program extremely affordable. One, because it's my first time offering it. So I wanted to create an incentive to those who choose themselves and say yes to this program. But two, because I wanted to make it really accessible. I understand the times that we're in right now. I understand people are out of work right now. I understand there are a lot of people in the world who are stressed. There are also a lot of people who are thriving right now, who are abundant right now, who are making more money right now. I'm one of those people. I fit into the latter category where I'm thriving and doing well, and business has remained unaffected for me because I had already started this groundwork and foundation prior to coronavirus hitting. I already had an online business prior to coronavirus hitting, right? So I recognized that both of these things are happening in the world at once. And so I wanted to create something that could serve you no matter where you are. So the 30-day group coaching program with everything that I listed that you get is $497. Now, if you sign on by June 2nd, I'm offering a buy one, get one free promotion, right? Which means if you split the cost with another woman, you can get in on this program for what, $250? A 30-day group coaching program for $250 is ridiculous. Anybody can say that. The amount of value that I'm bringing to the table is ridiculous. But the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see you get paid. I want to see you become abundant, because helping people with big hearts make money means that you have the resources to go out in the world and do good things with it. That's my purpose. That's my passion. I'm here to help wealth become redistributed so that good people can start to benefit from it, create the life of your dreams, and send that out into the world in a positive ripple effect. So you have the buy one, get one free offer until June 2nd. It's going to be limited. I'm not offering this to everyone forever. I'm offering this to the people who know a good opportunity when they see it and take action right away. Once I have enough buy one, get ones, which I'm limiting to 5 at this time, so 5 women only are able to take advantage of the buy one, get one group membership, I'm closing it. So there's that. And until Friday, I'm also offering you a 10% off coupon code. So that's, well, actually today's Thursday. So let's say until Saturday, I'll give you 48 hours. You have a 10% off coupon code. The coupon code is bad bitch, because women who claim their success are bad bitches. So put in the coupon code bad bitch until Saturday, midnight Eastern Standard Time, you get 10% off. Lastly, for those who are extremely serious about upgrading their life and their business, I have the VIP level of this unfuckwithable group program. It's called High Priestess. This is for the woman who really wants it all. This is for the woman who wants to go deep. This is for the woman who wants to quantum leap. And High Priestess gives you 4 one-on-one sessions with me. If you access the High Priestess VIP level, you get 4 private sessions with me, and then you get the Unfuckwithable group program for free. So High Priestess VIP level is $997 right now. On June 2nd, that price increases to $1,249. You still can use the 10% off code and get 10% off VIP level. However, the buy one, get one free is not available for VIP level. That's only available for the group program. So I hope that makes sense. So if this is resonating and you want to replicate what I've done by creating an online business that is your full-time income, or by just manifesting more love in your life, more health in your life, more abundance overall, this is the program for you. It's never going to be this low again. It's never going to be this low again. You're never going to have the opportunity to buy one, get one free again. You're never going to have 10% off of this program again. And if I ever run it again, which I'm not even sure there's going to be a next time, it's going to be more than the base $497 price. Definitely. So I'm going to have all the links in the comments. Any questions you have, you can contact me through the links in the comments. We already have 3 women that have said yes. The program begins June 8th. And I'm super pumped because Spirit gave me this program. Like, this entire program was downloaded through me to Spirit out into the world. And I know it's going to be amazing. I would love to have you there, but I'm not going to convince you. You either know it's a yes or you don't. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're doing well, and I will catch you next time. Bye.